Welcome back to Shemsuniverse. So today, guys, we're going to discuss the birth number 5 with life path number 9. So birth number 5 is based on if you're born the 5th, the 14th, or the 23rd. And you have this combination if your full birthday falls under one of those, and it adds up to the single digit of number 9. So with that being said, the numbers 5 and 9 in Chaldean numerology is considered probably the most fearless combination next to the 5 and 5. The reason behind this is because Mercury is a very fearless planet when it comes to making fast decisions, being very analytical, very gifted, smart. These guys are very much able to do a wide variety of careers, and they're able to adapt to any situation because the number 5 is in the middle of the numerological spectrum. You have the number 9 next, which is very much an ideological number, but it's a warrior. These people are humanitarians or they're completely like warlords. So these type of people can be very, very aggressive when it comes to what they want in life. Some examples of the polarity of the number 9, I'd say, is like Pablo Escobar was a 9, and then you have Mother Teresa, that's a 9. So it's kind of like just both people had worldwide views that they wanted to get done, but they definitely went about it in very, very different ways. But they both are going to be revered and respected, not necessarily respected, but remembered for a very long period of time. I'd say Mother Teresa would be more so respected in comparison to a drug lord like Pablo Escobar, but he still is revered in the underworld. That's the thing. So he's still left behind a legacy of different sorts. With the 5 and 9, you're a bit of a warrior like that yourself. You guys are able to really get a lot done. You guys tackle obstacles head on, and you guys don't really possess a lot of fear naturally, like the sort of gut feeling that we get, butterflies when we're talking. You guys don't really get that stuff, and if you do, you kind of consider it a joke. Your mind can control your impulses in your nervous system in a spectacular way that a lot of other number combinations can't do this. The reason for this sort of sense of control, I want to describe this a little bit more detail today, is your birth number describes the vibration of your brain. It describes how you think, your frequency, what you're going to be like, how you're going to make decisions, your attitude, your perspective. The number 9 is the spiritual part. So the life path is always the spiritual. It's the behind the scenes, the sort of subconscious mind, the higher self. With the understanding of that, when your higher self is a warrior, and then your lower self, meaning your birth number, your brain, your thought process, are already very spectacular when it comes to your mental frequency, thinking with lightning speed. This makes you think of how to accomplish your life path in a very quick and efficient way. You guys are chameleons when it comes to adapting to situations, and you guys can become anything that you want. It depends what your name number is if you're going to be very, very successful with what you're doing or if you're not. The name numbers 5 and 9 will produce spectacular results. If you have the number 5, you end up getting into things like banking, government, different things that regard maybe even debating, such as being a lawyer, mediator, arbitration. If you have the number 9, you'll be more so on the legal side of things, legal studies, lawyers possible there as well, but for just different reasons. Might not be as monetary, it might be more so for justice seeking. There'll also be things such as law enforcement, military, and different aggressive sports will definitely be in your forte. The reason for this is the 9, having a double amplified version of the 9, having a name number 9, so meaning your natural skills, attributes, you're adding to your higher self's abilities, and you're going to more so be aggressive in your, I'd say, your approach towards life. The number 5 will make you more cunning, more wanting to use your brain to control things and control people around you. The 9 will make you more physical in that sense, where you want to use things with brute strength. My warning to you guys, if you're going to have a name number, a 9, or maybe just the name that you're going to go by the most, where it's going to carry that sound vibration, you want to ensure that you don't use the number 18, because the number 18 is considered a holy number. And as a result, you have a lot of high expectations that can lead to karmic sort of debts within this lifetime if you don't fulfill them. You almost have to be a perfectionist, never lie, never steal, never do anything wrong. And as human nature, everybody lies, everybody does certain sins. So it's a very hard number to keep up with. The other numbers such as 27, 36, 45, spectacular for business. They bring you to the forefront. They make you the sort of person to kick off a door and ask for a promotion. So it makes you guys very powerful. The number 5 series is always good luck. 14, 23, 32, 41. Those are extremely good luck numbers. The 50 is like a genius number. So you guys have a very good chance of exceeding even academically there when you have the number 5 doubled up. And this also will make you have extreme good luck And it'd be very hard for you guys to have bad days. No unlucky colors, no unlucky days, nothing. When it comes to just this archetype as a birth number life path spectrum, you guys, lucky days are any days that add to 1, 5, or 9. Unlucky days are any days that add to the 2nd, 11th, 20th, or 29th. I shouldn't say add to them, those are the days. Reason being, the number 2 is enemies to the number 9 because the number 2 is represented by the moon. Number 9 is Mars. Mars is instinctual, very aggressive, a lot of valor, a lot of courage. The number 2 is more of a feminine energy, more receptive, psychological, and very much in their feelings about things, but more so not from an intellectual, not even intellectual, but an instinctual place. They're more so on the sixth sense, something that's more outside of our universe. They're getting at frequencies from the universe to help them gauge decisions. So these two numbers don't necessarily get along very, very well, just because they're on the opposite ends of the chakra system. All right. Your lucky colors are red and gray. Unlucky colors, black. Sometimes green couldn't be the best, but you guys want to use red and gray a lot because it makes you very, very aggressive and very it enhances your aura to a point where you can get a lot done and people will fear you, but at the same time, you want that. You want them to revere you. And you kind of bend people and circumstances to your will with those colors. So it just helps strengthen your root chakra in a very tremendous and positive way. When it comes to lucky days, it would just be the 5th, 9th, mostly. The 1st works very well for you guys as well. And any days that add to those, the 1, 5, or 9 will work very, very well. But you want to just be careful. I reiterate those days because a lot of people, when they have life path number 9, they come to quick conclusions about things where it's like, I'm telling you that those days are lucky for you. I said it twice to you now. And you're like, okay, well, I'm going to do all my stuff those days. Make sure when we say these lucky days, this is outside of Chaldean numerology. This is something that I've noticed for myself. Add up the date completely and make sure that it doesn't add to an enemy number of yours. This applies to anybody watching this video. If the full day adds to an enemy number, it's going to lead to a big detriment for you. You want to make sure that you're looking at the date itself, whether it's the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, blah, 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 but also adding the day of the month, year all together and making sure the full energy of that day is on your side. And if it's not, you still have to do something. Wear your lucky colors or wear lucky gems. You guys' lucky gems in particular is diamond and coral and zircon. Those can work very, very well for you guys. I'd say ruby can work very well for you guys as well, simply because the red in the ruby will help enhance your root chakra, which will in turn will help your willpower and your persistence when achieving goals. But aside from that, that should conclude it, guys. If you have any questions about any of this, just please leave it in the comments for me. I'm going to be continuing on this week with the 6th series now, so we're almost done this numerology section. But aside from that, like, subscribe. Holla at me for today, guys. Peace.